Okay, first off, the reason I'm not on my webcam right now, seeing that this is the YGWA channel, is that this will take a short time to upload. So yeah, that's pretty much the only reason. Alright, so basically what this video is about is I want to explain a new concept that's not exactly coming to this channel because, well, I'll explain it in a minute. However, this video is basically directed to anybody who is participating in YGWA so far. And that's a little reminder, if you want to join up with YGWA, either talk to myself, Firing Zero, or aka Steven Syntax, or JDub, aka JDub. So yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. So basically, this video is directed to anybody who's in YGWA or is thinking about being in YGWA. Why do I keep watching YGWA? God damn it. Anyway, yeah. So basically, what I was thinking and what will happen is that every month, once a month, there's not going to be a set date, but it will happen once a month. Everyone involved in YGWA will get on Skype at the same time, and basically myself and Jay, or just myself if Jay's working. Jay, I need to talk to you about this as well. Sorry. Yeah, we'll be hosting basically meetings. Basically meetings concerning YGWA, because we're getting closer and closer to time where YGWA will start, or everybody will come down to start coming down to England, where me and Jay will be getting a flat. So it's best we start discussing this in proper depth as soon as possible, so we can get everything sorted out in time. Now, what these meetings will basically be about is, generally, first off, they'll start with either me or Jay giving a little introduction, saying whatever points we've got to say for that month. Yeah, pretty much it. And then we'll throw the board open to anyone to ask any questions, or make any points, or just talk to us about anything. And there'll be other stuff as well, but it's completely gone out of my mind. Basically, each meeting will follow a similar format, but it will not be the same. You see what I mean? Now, like I said, these meetings are going to be held to discuss things about YGWA, because it's getting closer and closer to when we're actually going to be doing this thing. So I think it's necessary that we do this. Now, during these meetings, basically, it's going to be civil discussions. It's not going to be shouting at each other or anything. They're not going to be telling you, get your shit sorted out now, so you're coming down here. Not going to do stuff like that. It's basically going to be civil. It's going to be organised, and yeah, we're not going to force anyone to do anything. That's not the point of the meetings. It's to discuss our options, discuss what's going to happen, and to finalise in your minds whether you're coming down here or not. Because quite frankly, in YGWA, we need people who are dedicated. We don't want people who are just going to say, oh, I'm going to do it, and then next year, when it comes down to it, or if you're coming down later than that, you're just going to turn around and say, oh, sorry, I don't want to do it anymore. Because we don't want people like that. The only exception to that is people like NWO or Soccer. I'm not sure if Soccer's doing, but NWO, for example, who is younger than the rest of us, so he's got more time to think about it and decide what he wants to do with his life. That's fine. But for people around my age, 17, 18, 19, 20, and older, then you got a short time to make up your mind. But don't rush your decision. Quite frankly, I don't want you coming down here and then realising it's been the bad mistake. All mistakes are generally bad. No, they're not. My bad. Whatever. The thing is, you have to be sure that you want to come down here. Basically, that's what I'm saying. I got completely sidetracked. Anyway, yeah. So we're going to be holding meetings every month, similar structure but different topics, just to get everything sorted out. Money status, visa status. I'll be going through visas. Most likely, I need to do a little more research on that. Maybe ask around, but I got most of that down. So if you've got visa problems, come to me when it's time. Talk about flat. Talk about training. Talk about costs. Like work, etc., etc. And if you've got any questions. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and one final thing. Right now we've got 13 people who are definitely or most likely coming. As you can probably tell, that isn't enough. Now, of course, we still got a year to go, and I haven't asked anyone in London London yet. So obviously that's going to add more people to it eventually. However, if you know anybody, cousins, brothers, hell, even sisters, you know, I'm not being choosy here. Friends, uncles, whatever. If you know anyone who's interested in it, talk to them about it. Talk to them whether they want to come down to England, London. Tell them all the benefits, or tell them the risks as well, because quite frankly there are benefits and risks. Tell them that there'll be a flat, etc, etc. If they're interested in wrestling, if they're interested in becoming a wrestler, where it changes, it's a change of scenery, but there are less risks involved, which we'll get onto in the meetings. Because I want to highlight that, sure, there are risks, and this is a fledgling business, obviously, but when you think about it, we're going to be having at first we'll probably have like a 2-bed flat, 3-bed, but then we'll keep progressing, we'll keep going to different flats, houses, progressively getting more and more as we get more people, rent is split up, everybody paying for food, equipment, protein shakes, that's always on my mind for some reason, etc, etc. The costs are going to be so little if we have enough people. That's the thing. And the money can go to the business. You have a stake in the business, but we need to talk over that as well, depending how much money you put into it, etc, etc. But basically this will all be covered in the meetings. I'm not going to be saying it over here because that'll take way too long, but there is one subject that I would like to get into, and is that and I'll just go say here, and that'll be one main topics in the first meeting, will be partners / girlfriends. Now, yeah, we'll get to that in the meeting, but yeah, I'll get to that in the meeting. I'm not going to say it now, but basically that's going to be one of the topics in the first meeting. So basically highlights of this video. Highlights, basically meetings once a month, different topics, getting YGWA organised into an effective business model so we can get this shit rolling. Alright, I've been Steven Syntax, signing out. Oh, and one last thing, I completely forgot to ask this. This isn't related to the rest of the video, I just remembered, but subscription has been affecting. I haven't updated my subscriptions for 2 days, and the same thing happened on my YGWA account. My main account and my YGWA account, and I'm wondering if the same happened to anyone else or if it's just me. So I'd be interested to know if that's the case, and if it isn't just me, then if anybody knows how to fix it. Alright, yeah, signing out again. Thanks.